Update, we're in Strasbourg. Where have we been? There's a boat coming.
Wait, François!
Why are we in Strasbourg? Well, around a week ago we were in Vilnius in Lithuania. We'd just come down from the very top of Finland, through Finland, across to the Baltics, to Tallinn in Estonia, through Latvia and into Lithuania. And we were pretty exhausted. So we decided we needed a break. It had been nearly 2 months we'd been on the road, and before that it had been a crazy couple months. So we jumped on a plane to the top of Germany where we have some friends near Tarp, which is right by Denmark. That's a really beautiful, peaceful part in the top of Germany. And we've kind of been hanging out there the last week, planning our travels, catching up on life, relaxing, drinking cheap German beers and hanging out with dogs, horses, donkeys, sheep. There's all sorts of animals on that farm. We're now in Strasbourg, which is in France, just across the German border. Gabby speaks pretty decent French.
Tarte au fromage.
And yeah, we're hanging out here. We're recharged, we're ready to go. There's a lot of Europe to come. Strasbourg is beautiful.
I find the architecture here the most beautiful thing about Strasbourg. They have these, what they're called half timber houses. The main structure of the house is timber, and then in between is some kind of cement material. So back in the day it would have been hay and mud and all of that stuff. And what was unique about them is that what they could do is just get rid of the bits in between, dismantle all of the timber, and then take it to the next place.
The history of Strasbourg is super interesting. We've been learning about it today. It's had a long history of being German and then French and German, French over centuries. And so it's super interesting, this kind of German-French blending of the cultures here. And there are a bunch of different monuments and things around the place that signify this coming together or this peace in this new world in Europe. Strasbourg kind of represents this place that has historically been a point of conflict and a central point of all of these conflicts going back, and now it represents a unified Europe. It's kind of off the beaten path, but it's cool. Wow. I don't know if you can tell, but this thing is freaking huge. I did not expect that in Strasbourg. This is one of the coolest cathedrals I've ever seen.
The cathedral here in Strasbourg, I'm not sure if you can hear me over the bells, but it is pink. And that is what makes it stand out. It's pink sandstone that's from the mountains nearby. And so all over the city of Strasbourg, you'll see pink sandstone buildings. It's pink because of the high iron content. The problem with it though is that sandstone is super delicate. So when they clean it, it slowly erodes away. So they actually can't clean this building at all.
These kinds of things can get a little bit repetitive. If you're in a lot of European cities, you see cathedral, they're all cathedrals and they're all several hundred years old. But sometimes it is kind of cool to take some time to actually just look at them and admire them and be like, how crazy is it that this was built 500, 600, 800, however many hundred years ago? And often it took multiple centuries.
This cathedral took 400 years to build, and even just the foundations took 100 years.
It's kind of mind-blowing, it's kind of cool. Kind of makes you appreciate just how crazy civilization has been for a long time.
you doing?
Opening a Chateau Mopari Medale Gold Medale. Very nice. So we have this award-winning wine, €5.99 from the shop, and we don't have a corkscrew opener, a wine opener, whatever you call it, and we're getting creative. So I've screwed a screw into the bottle, as you can see here, and I'm now trying to jimmy open with these not very fit for purpose plier thingies. Also, as you can see in the background here, we have croissants.
Croissant. You need to get more of like a
Need leverage.
leverage. We'll be back after the break.
End result. Perfect cork.
Perfect bottle.
Oh, gotta let it breathe. Oh. We do have to have a splash.
You have to
so.
taste it, yeah.
Sorry to all the wine nerds out
Connoisseurs.
there for drinking this before letting it breathe.
But it's €6 wine.
They don't know that. Oh yeah, tastes like France. Strong flavors. The apartment we're in here in Strasbourg has some interesting floorboard features.
There's no light in the living room except for this, which doesn't do much.
The building we're in is 400 or 500 years old. Oh, there's a bit of a ledge. We're not in Vilnius anymore. We've spent the last, oh my God.
A taste of French.
Good question, Gabby. So, in the 1600s.
Hello.
Hello. Those just my friends.
We're super excited about it. Yeah.